CTM in Focus is original reporting you'll see only on CBS This Morning, exposing new information on issues that impact us all. This morning, we focus on a growing backlog at crime labs nationwide that's leaving victims waiting for justice. A recent government report found the backlog for DNA analysis increased almost 85% from 2011 through 2017. Mireya Villarreal got a rare look inside the Arkansas State Lab and spoke to one woman stuck behind bars because of the backlog. Mireya, what else did you learn?
Well, good morning. You know, we met a woman that was actually in a Georgia jail for about 3 months for possession of cotton candy. Police thought it was meth, and now she's suing. Her attorney says this was an injustice that was created by a crime lab backlog that could affect anyone out there.
On New Year's Eve 2016, Daisha Fincher was on her way to a pawn shop in Macon, Georgia with her boyfriend when they got pulled over.
Were you nervous at all?
No, because we wouldn't do anything wrong.
Dashcam video shows the pair calm and cooperative.
So when was the moment that things changed?
When he come out the back seat and said, "What is this in this bag?"
It was a bag of cotton candy. Fincher said it was left in the car on a humid night, turning the fluffy treat into blue crystals. Results from a roadside test kit identified it as meth.
I couldn't believe it. I wanted to cry, but I was like, this will be over in a minute. It'll be over in a minute. Yeah. I really didn't even think I would even go to jail.
Less than 8 minutes later, she was in handcuffs, charged with possession of methamphetamine with intent to distribute.
It still sits with you.
It does.
Her bond was set at $1 million, an amount she couldn't even come close to paying. So she sat in jail for 3 months.
I was just always calling home and just telling them to please call down here and do something.
You wanted to get out of there.
Yes. It's been 2 years and I still get upset about it.
Was it the hardest time in your life?
It was. I missed a lot.
Desperate to get out, Fincher considered taking a deal before her evidence was even tested by the crime lab. Her attorney, James Freeman, says in Georgia, the testing process could take at least 3 months.
So there is a chance innocent people are taking these plea deals just to get out of jail.
It's not just a chance, it's a fact.
Fincher passed on taking that deal and was eventually released when the lab results came back negative for any illegal drugs.
So the backlog isn't just about cases like Daisha's.
It's not just drug cases. It's not just accused criminals. It's everything that needs to be tested by the crime lab.
But Georgia isn't the only state facing a growing crime lab backlog. CBS News has uncovered dozens of states are significantly behind. Illinois has a backlog of more than 23,000 cases. In South Carolina, it could take more than 9 months to get results back on DNA or firearms testing. In Idaho, some cases have been pending for almost 2 years.
Is there a backlog here in Arkansas?
Oh, absolutely. This is all evidence that's waiting to go home.
Arkansas Crime Lab Director Kermit Channel says the problem escalated about 6 years ago, coinciding with the rise of the opioid crisis. In his lab alone, DNA and drug cases have nearly doubled since 2014.
They are more complex, and if we talk about a drug case, it's not simple marijuana. It's methamphetamine, it's fentanyl, it's heroin.
This is where it all happens.
This is the laboratory. This is where we have almost 28 chemists.
We were given rare access inside Arkansas's crime lab, where scientists carefully test each piece of evidence. It's a painstakingly meticulous process.
I can smell the evidence in here.
You can.
Downstairs is where all the evidence is stored.
Each of these boxes holds essential evidence inside them, important for a case. And in drug cases alone, there are 23,000 of them coming through the Arkansas Crime Lab a year. So in Arkansas, it could take over 150 days to possibly get that case in a position where they could take it to a grand jury or get an indictment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's concerning.
This isn't just an Arkansas problem.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, this is a national epidemic.
So Arkansas's crime lab, Arkansas's governor approved more funding for their crime lab, and the state will actually open up a new lab in July that should help. It's closely working with prosecutors to close out cases where a deal has been made, and they are now farming out some of this testing to private labs because they just can't handle this backlog themselves.
The number of people in America not convicted of a crime but still sitting in jail is appalling.
That is exactly what is happening here, and not in all cases, obviously, but but clearly they're trying to clear this backlog in the prosecution part of this and also in the evidence part of this.
I can't imagine what Daisha went through with $1 million bond on her. Obviously, she obviously couldn't pay. She was stuck. You say she really did almost consider that deal.
She knew she was innocent. It was blue cotton candy, obviously, and she just wanted to get out. She was so scared of being in jail. She's like, I'll just take this deal.
And that's what I keep focusing on too, Anthony, is Daisha's story, because it's all kind of levels of wrong. Number one, I don't understand why the bond is set at $1 million for that infraction.
You know, a lot of that had to do with the intent to distribute, and because it was the amount that they claimed they thought it was of meth, and so that's a big problem. But, you know, a lot of people talk about the rape kit backlog. This is a byproduct. That is a byproduct of what we are seeing in these crime labs around the country.
Very important story. Very good to have you at the table and see you in person.
I know. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Mireya said in the green room, look, I'm wearing real pants and real shoes. You're on the road.
I'm not
and
wearing
you're in
boots and my hair is done. So
really good to
you.
see you in
Appreciate
person.
It. Yeah.